Sometimes I get asked by you guys, how do I win the argument with her? And the reality is, there are some women out there who are so close minded and unreasonable that no matter what you say to her, she's not even going to give you a listening ear. She won't even consider your point of view because she's so convinced that she's right. And of course, you need to take into account, is she always like this, or is she like this about one specific thing? And of course, you can apply what you've learned from dealing with this type of woman to finding yourself a woman with more green flags. Some of the red flags will include she's overall difficult and argumentative with most people. Usually it's not just going to be with you. Maybe you overheard her talking to a coworker and she's arguing and she's the same way she is with you, but with that coworker or with her friends. I feel like people who are typically green flags are pretty easygoing for the most part. Like, they will set boundaries, they will speak up for themselves. They won't go out of their way to make everything difficult for everybody else. Or they won't argue with people over stupid little things that just need to be let go. This also could involve her overreacting to every little thing. Maybe she had a tiny disagreement with a coworker and she's at home just screaming and yelling and it ruined her entire day, and it's something very small and minor. And she's so close-minded that you can't even discuss these things with her. And the unfortunate reality is, if you stay in a relationship with a woman like this, long term, it'll never work. Or you'll have to tiptoe around her and only be able to disagree with her on very small issues. But basically, she'll get whatever she wants out of the relationship, while you might get what you want sometimes. And hopefully this is not you, but I have noticed that some men are attracted to unstable women because they're a little bit more exciting and fun. Sometimes that really good woman that is solid and will be there for you throughout life is a little bit more on the boring side. And I've also noticed that some really good men out there will actually purposely avoid high quality women because deep down they don't feel like they deserve these women, even though they've put in a lot of work in themselves and they've grown a ton. Sometimes men will gravitate towards the women who can't have serious relationships because it's a little bit less pressure and it's easier. But ultimately, he ends up in a long-term relationship with this woman anyways, even though he never intended on committing to her in the first place, because sometimes women will kind of pull you in slowly where you don't realize it.